So much pressure has been on Arsenal fans because of how William Saliba has been playing at a side which goes by the names of Marseille and leading them to the Champions League. In there for you, most Arsenal fans were so much worried about William Saliba's return, but finally he has confirmed his return in there for you. That's one of the stories we are really going to do in there for you. And a shocking Gabriel Jesus double salary offer by Arsenal to see to it that they bring him to the Emirates in there for you. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? This is the channel that brings you latest news and information as far as it's concerned in there for you. We are broadcasting live from our studios down in Kampala, Uganda, and you guys are really great to watch us in there for you. Go into the lower right bottom corner, smash the subscription button, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel. Remember, we are really riding like a burning bush in there for you because news is flowing in left, right, and center in there for you. Arsenal fans, you have some good news to listen to or watch onto this channel, and just don't turn your mouse away or phone and click another link such that you don't miss out on what you're really going to bring you onto this channel today. Now, without further ado, allow me bring you this story of William Saliba in there for you that most of you really haven't yet gotten grip about. William Saliba stays at Arsenal, confirmed by the player. And this is what he said in his own words: I belong to Arsenal. I still have 2 years left. I'll be back with Arsenal. I have played 0 matches and I still want to show them my true face and have the chance to play for these fans and this great club in there for you. So that is really a very, very rejuvenating statement from a man who goes by the names of William Saliba. William Saliba was signed way back, I think, was it 2019 when he came in at Arsenal, and ever since then he has been really being loaned to France in there for you. But he was signed when he was really a teenager, and he came in at Arsenal and failed really to convince all the managers in there for you, especially Mikel Arteta. When he came in through, he threw him on loan in there for you, and he is really doing great at a side which goes by the names of Marseille, led them to the triumph to enter into the top 4 places of League One, and they are into the Champions League. And after that long run to say that they accomplished into the 4th spot of the League One to go into the Champions League, he came out and said he can't wait to stay at this club and really play the Champions League. And he said, I really want to play in the Champions League. By then, Arsenal were still on the grip of really seeing whether they can beat Tottenham Hotspur in there for you and see to it that they really get to the 4th spot. But the 4th spot couldn't make the first Arsenal couldn't find themselves making themselves or giving themselves a favor to play into the Champions League next season. So after he made that statement, very Arsenal fans went into meltdown and frenzy because they felt like, oh, William Saliba might come in here and object Arsenal and say, no, I'm not going to play for you. I'm really going to go back and sign for Marseille because Marseille is in the Champions League. Secondly, I'm guaranteed that I'm going to play all the games if at all I'm not injured. Thirdly, I want to go and play the World Cup. The reason as to why I'm onto the France national team is simple, because I've been playing for Marseille consistently and I've convinced Didier Deschamps, the French manager, to really call me and really play that job very well. And remember, he's so much close to the pecking order of the French national team. Remember, in the midweek when France lost to Denmark by 2-1, it was Raphael Varane who got an injury in the 66th minute, and they brought on William Saliba. It shows you that he is not far away from getting into that squad. It would have been Kat Zuma, it would have been Kimpembe, or someone else, but guess what? They brought in a man who goes by the names of William Saliba. So William Saliba is really giving us no hopes, but to me, as Rokani David onto this channel, we believe that this is what he has to say. I don't trust words of footballers. I've seen footballers like, Fabinho? Fabinho was leaving Real Madrid and he thought he was coming to Chelsea. When the plane was in the sky connecting to London, the agent got a phone call from Man City and they are giving him another big offer of close to £250,000 a week. And Fabinho changed his mind in there for you. But by the time he left Madrid, he was hailing Chelsea. And guess what? When he really arrived, he went to Man City. Yet when he was leaving Madrid, he was heading to Chelsea. So this is what I really come in and confirm to you, that never trust words of footballers in there for you. And what do you expect William Saliba to come out and say? He has to say that because it's what he is contracted to say. He is being real that he belongs to Arsenal. He still has some 2 years left at Arsenal in there for you. But inside his heart, he's doubting whether he's going to come in at Arsenal and Mikel Arteta is going to welcome him with open hands, because Mikel Arteta has his two central defenders, that is Ben White and Gabriel Magalhaes, who play into that central defense position and really playing very well. So I'm asking myself, will Mikel Arteta struck that two and really bring in a William Saliba? Because obviously when William Saliba comes in through, he has to be playing with Gabriel Magalhaes, because Gabriel Magalhaes is unbenchable. And I really believe that the coming in of William Saliba might cause Tomiyasu some problems, because when you want to play the back four, you cannot really rest a man who goes by the name of Ben White, because it really looks awkward, because Ben White has really had a fantastic season. So you might see sometimes Ben White playing as a right back, William Saliba central defense, with a man who goes by the names of Gabriel Magalhaes as Kian Tierney, whose birthday is today. He has made 25 years of age today. That is Kian Tierney, and happy birthday Kian Tierney, and we hope he returns in there and plays for Arsenal in there. So guys, feel free to go into the comment section, tell me what you think about Gabriel Magalhaes coming in through and doing the needful to let us know that he still belongs to Arsenal and he cannot wait to come in here and play a game of football with a side which goes by names of Arsenal in there for you. So we go into our next story in there for you, with a side which goes by names of Arsenal this time round going hard and wanting this player who goes by names of Gabriel Jesus. It looks like this deal is closed and it's going to be announced next week. That's what we are being told in there from everywhere. Him and Tielemans, Arsenal really want to announce him next week, and they want to get this deal done as soon as possible. Now, Sky Sports today has reported that Arsenal are ready to offer Gabriel Jesus nearly £200,000 a week to try to tempt him to join from Man City in there for you. So you now know what it's all about. It's all about going in, stretch out to your full strength and getting the player that you feel is going to come out and change your season, because Arsenal's season was deteriorated because of lack of squad depth in certain positions in there for you. I really believe that Gabriel Magalhaes and Ben White played almost the last 5 games of the season when they are injured. They are not 100% fit. I really believe that their fitness was like at 60%. So that costed Arsenal too. When you look at Tomiyasu, it was a problem. Kian Tierney getting an injury and bringing in Nuno Tavares, who is suspect in the way he defends, that was also a problem. Thomas Partey getting an injury and no replacement was there. That was another problem. The departure of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, that was another problem, because Arsenal was left with no centre forward who was really clinical in there for you. And that shows you that Arsenal needs to go on and broaden their squad. And Mikel Arteta came out and said he really needs a full 22-man squad, meaning that in every position he really wants to have 2 players to go in and compete for that position in there. Now, for a side which goes by names of Arsenal, they really want to go in and get in a player who goes by names of Gabriel Jesus. To bring you up to speed, Lacazette has left too. He announced his departure and he is going to go back to Lyon in there. That's where Arsenal bought him from, and he is out. That means Arsenal are left with one striker, of which they've not tied him to an agreement in there for you. That is Edin Ketia, and we don't know what is really going to happen, because reports came in way back indicating that Arsenal have really agreed with Edin Ketia. They're going to give him a 5-year deal, and they are promising him enough playing time at the side which goes by names of Arsenal. So we wait and see what comes out of that. But right now we are talking of a man who is going to be the targets man of Arsenal next season. That's what we are really having in there for you, that Mikel Arteta has convinced this lad to come in and play, and they've gone ahead to seduce him by really getting him a salary of £200,000 a week. That is a lot of money. That is a lot of money, and I really believe that he's going to be one of the most paid players at the side which goes by names of Arsenal, because the most paid player at Arsenal was Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who was earning close to £375,000 a week, and they took him off. And I really believe that Arsenal's wage salary in there for you is really going to go in there and reach £200,000 a week. And that shows you how these teams like Man City have managed to come in here and really prosper with paying these players not so much. Gabriel Jesus has been earning £100,000 a week. £100,000 a week. So if Arsenal goes ahead to double his salary, this can be another enticement to see him come play at Arsenal, and this will entice all Arsenal fans all over the world because this salary is undeniable, trust me. And secondly, when you look at Gabriel Jesus, when you look at the project at Arsenal, it's so much convincing for him, and I really believe that he's really going to come in and really admit it. But where does it leave other Arsenal players who are really performing very well? The likes of Odegaard, Gabriel Magalhaes, whom they want to add a new contract. If you bring in Gabriel Magalhaes and give him £200,000 a week, that means Gabriel Magalhaes, because they want to extend his contract, he'll go in and ask for that. You get the likes of Thomas Partey. That means Arsenal in the next 2-3 years, they'll be having close to 5 or 3 players nearing £200,000 a week. Not bad, because look at teams like Manchester United. They're having Ronaldo almost £500,000 a week. They're having a David De Gea £380,000 a week. They're having a Jadon Sancho £360,000 a week. Rafael Varane £300,000 a week. You get Antoine Martial £250,000 a week. Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, Rashford £200,000 a week. That is really a lot of money being dashed onto all those players. So it really believes that Arsenal are really going to restructure their wage there for you as they were back with Arsene Wenger, because Arsene Wenger had said that at Arsenal no one would earn more than £140,000 a week by the times Thierry Henry's were at Arsenal in there for you. That's why you saw very many players depart at a side which goes by the names of Arsenal in there for you. So I really believe that he's going to be the most expensive player at Arsenal, and is going to be paid that amount of money. And they continue ahead to say these two in there for you, and it's being reported that even though Arsenal missed out on the Champions League football, Gabriel Jesus is still interested in a potential move. He also had a successful relationship with Mikel Arteta as Guardiola's assistant, yet Man City will demand around £50 million. £50 million before they talk business in there for you. To me, I will believe that there is no way you can come in and really sell a player who is left with just 1 year, and you really sell that player, £50 million. That's way so much in there for you. And these are not euros, they are £50 million. Man City, if they don't sell him now, because no team is going to get them £50 million on a player who's left with just 1 year, they will just tell Gabriel Jesus, play that 1 year down, and you'll go on a free. So if Sadio Mane, whose output rate is way far than that of Gabriel Jesus, is being sold at 30 million, is it 35 million pounds by Liverpool, then how come a team like Man City go on to sell a player who is not all that efficient, though he's talented? I don't rule his talent out, on £50 million. Is it because he's just 25 years of age? That is nowhere, and you're finding it nowhere in the world. So I will believe that Gabriel Jesus at £50 million, they're lying. They're going to cut this down, because look at a player like Serge Gnabry. Serge Gnabry is leaving. If they're to sell him from Bayern Munich, they want £35 million. And Serge Gnabry has been so much on form and has delivered a lot for Bayern Munich than a player who goes by the names of Gabriel Jesus. Then how come you go in and say that you are charging Gabriel Jesus more money than Serge Gnabry? You get? So I really believe that this fee is going to be revised by Man City, and they'll choose whether to lose this player on a free or to go in and really go all out for this player in there for you. That means if Arsenal go in and don't negotiate this down, it will mean that for the second consecutive season, Arsenal have bought a player who is at £50 million. Remember, last season they bought the most expensive player who goes by the names of Ben White, and they paid £50 million for him. Now, if at all they pay this amount of money for Gabriel Jesus, that will be another business to do in there for you. But remember, Arsenal are really good at really taking players at prices like £50 million, £30 million, and if at all they start off with Gabriel Jesus with £50 million, that means he's going to be their most expensive signing in there for you, and they'll go in and bring in some other players of £30 million like 2, and then they bring in those of like £16 million, and I think that of 10 because Mikel Arteta believes on building a side which goes by the names of Arsenal. So that's what we had for you here onto the Rokani Media Football. React to the amount of salary that Arsenal really want to give a man who goes by the names of Gabriel Jesus. It's rumored by Sky Sports that they're really going to pay him £200,000 a week. Do you think he's worth it to come in at Arsenal and play a role that Alexander Lacazette, Aubameyang have abducted, and they're out of Arsenal, and Arsenal really needs a new targets man? And remember, in the mid-season, when Mikel Arteta was asked about the new signings, about a centre forward, he said, we really need to bring in a centre forward who's really going to put those balls at the back of the net. Is it going to be Gabriel Jesus? We wait and see what is going to mature next week in there for you. But for starters, just know William Saliba says, I'm returning at Arsenal. That's what he has said, and I'm coming back to fight for my position. And I really believe that this is good news for all Arsenal fans all over the world. Then another player who goes by the name of Gabriel Jesus has come out. Arsenal have come out and really put out undeniable salary or wage of Gabriel Jesus, £200,000 a week, meaning that he'll be earning £800,000 a month. You get quite good salary for the Brazilian, and I really believe that he won't deny it. I'm out for now. See you later, my mates.